everybody? Back to We're Talking episode 4. It was a pretty interesting week in sports. We had some exciting events and also some not so exciting events. But we're going to talk about the exciting events, obviously. We had the UFC card this weekend. Pretty big one.
97? 298.
298. Because we got two more to the big one. But it was a pretty exciting weekend for sure. Definitely some surprises. What were your thoughts, Ben? Let's start. Here, let's go back to the very beginning of the main card. We had Anthony Hernandez
versus Hernandez.
Yeah.
Honestly, we made picks. We always do this with was between us and our friend.
Yeah.
We always make picks to see who we think's gonna win and all that. I got this wrong. I picked Roman Kopylov.
Just because he's Russian.
Honestly, I just saw the Russian name. I was like, a little bit of a casual moment. I was like, I don't really know either of these guys super well. I had to pick the Russian. It is what it is, though.
I picked Anthony Hernandez. I mean, it is Hernandez. Yeah. I was pretty I was kind of like in Ben's boat. I didn't really know the fighters.
Yeah.
I never really heard of either of them really. But I felt confident. I like the tattoos. So, I mean, that's mainly why I picked them. I saw the Yats.
You're like, yeah, that's the one.
I was like, yeah, those Yats are sick.
That's the one.
Moving on, we had a pretty... I mean, some people might call it surprising. I picked him to win. Merab versus Henry Cejudo.
Right, yes.
This was a great fight.
It was a bullying.
It was a bullying by Merab.
Merab just was carrying him around. When he just carried him across and Henry was like...
That was hilarious. We were literally watching... I remember watching that and we were just non-stop giggling.
Yeah.
It was just... He literally just went, oh, you're coming with me.
This guy's an Olympic level wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Won the Olympics.
Yeah. And he was double champ at one time.
This random dude who looks like a garden gnome just goes, you're coming with me.
It's from Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Hello. I picked Merab to win this fight.
Oh yeah, same.
Honestly, it was just the name.
Yeah.
And he's from Georgia. Not the state. The country, I found out.
Yep.
But honestly, yeah, I think it was a pretty easy... I knew Henry Cejudo and I knew his capabilities.
Yeah.
But he's old. He's been out of the sport for a bit. So I was confident Merab's got this. He's got this streak going.
Yeah.
And definitely probably deserves a title shot soon.
Yeah. Well, I was sure that he was gonna win. Merab and Henry have a very similar fight style, except Henry is much older now.
Mm-hmm.
Merab is new and fresh. And that's just the way he fights. When he fought Peter Yan and he attempted 50 takedowns or something.
Isn't that the record or something?
Yeah. I think he landed only 15, but that's still crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, Henry, he's got really good wrestling, obviously, but Merab was just something that's just different.
And Henry looked a little slow on some of the defenses. He looked slow on some of the attacks.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't look like a normal Henry Cejudo that we've seen in previous fights.
Also, I mean, I didn't even know this because we didn't see it on the camera, but apparently he retired again.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of disrespectful. I saw Dana White was asked in the presser about did he retire and stuff, and he's like, and Dana basically said, oh, we don't give the mic to the guy a guy that's gonna retire.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That's just not true.
That's not true. I've seen it happen where the guy loses and he retires because especially a guy like Henry Cejudo who was double champ and had such a great career in the UFC.
Yeah.
Give him the mic.
See, the thing about Henry is it's that because he retired already. He retired it back in 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
He retired already and then he came back and now he's retired again. So Dana was like, well, he already fucking retired a few years ago, so what's the point of giving the mic again?
Yeah.
Because
he might come back.
Yeah.
He probably won't. I think this was it.
He also retired in his prime. He defended his belt and then went,
Yeah.
Peace.
Shouldn't have done that.
No, not at all. So I kind of think he should have gotten to be able to talk, but it's kind of whatever to me.
Moving on, we had Jeff Neal versus Ian Machado Guerrero.
Yeah!
Jeff Neal won this fight. It was not okay. The judges, at least, come on, 30-27 was ridiculous. Jeff Neal won a round.
I think it should. I think Ian Gary won 29-28.
Yeah.
I think it is a little bit crazy that multiple judges gave it all rounds to him.
Well, I mean, if you listen to Joe Rogan's commentary on the fight, you would think it was a masterclass by Ian Gary.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Sure. I just don't think it was a masterclass. I don't think Ian Gary really showed much.
I think he edged it out.
Yeah.
Just like.
Yeah, he barely. I'm gonna say Ian Gary did win the fight. I'm a little butthurt because this is the fight that ruined my parlay. There's actually two, but anyways, overall it was a good fight. Mm-hmm. There was some striking in there.
Yeah.
And Jeff Neal showed some kind of promise, but I think he's getting the end of his UFC days soon, probably.
He's getting a little bit up there in age.
Yeah.
I mean, he can beat a decent amount of people, but I don't know if he'll be able to get like top 5 ranking ish. But Ian Gary, he's on the come up.
Yeah.
On the come up.
The new Irishman.
Yeah, because the other one just doesn't want to fucking fight.
Yeah.
He got called out at WWE Raw. Like,
but
I was
Chandler.
I was watching that. I was just watching Raw, and then she's like, the announcer. She's like, "Here's Michael Chen." What the fuck is he doing there? And I don't even remember where it was. It was in like just some random place. I think it was like, I don't even know. But he was just like, "Conor McGregor, get your candy ass out in the ring octagon." And I was like,
yo, relax.
Okay.
And I saw a meme today, and it was Michael Chandler in like a asylum, and all on the walls was written Conor. Like, relax.
People have said this. It'd be really funny if like WrestleMania, right?
Mm-hmm.
People are like, "What if McGregor versus Chandler is at WrestleMania 40?"
That would be hilarious.
So fire. They just set up an octagon.
Yeah.
Get him.
That'd be. I mean, they're under the same major company.
Yeah.
So, hey, anything's possible.
Yeah.
We know that with WWE and UFC.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, Ian Gary won the fight. He's still looking promising. I don't know about ever champ. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if he shows enough promise, especially in the welterweight division.
I mean, Joe Rogan was saying, "Oh, imagine he gets a fight against Leon Edwards." What? Whoa,
come on.
Whoa.
Leon's he beat out like a light.
Yeah,
Ian Gary, I don't think stands with Leon. Not yet. If he keeps proving that he can, he'll get a shot for sure. I think especially with that, like Irish background, they definitely are. I think the UFC is definitely trying to push another Irish fighter because they saw the success with McGregor.
Ireland versus England. It's going to get political.
It's going to get political. We don't want any politics on the pod. Moving on. Another great fight. We had Bobby Nux versus Paulo Costa.
Yep.
He finally fought. He didn't back out.
He didn't back out of this one. Finally, he fought again. Yeah.
I don't know why he doesn't fight more often. Paulo Costa didn't look horrible in this fight.
No, he is a good fighter.
Yeah.
He's just
kind of a bitch.
I don't even know what to think about him. He's just like an oddball. Yeah. For sure. Have you seen his Twitter?
No, I have not seen his Twitter.
Oh, it's just shit posting. He just posts memes. It's kind of funny.
That's dope.
Like, it was so funny. I remember he said this thing and he's like, "I just made weight. What are the chances I pull out now, bitches?" And then all the comments were just like, we'll see. The fight's tomorrow, man.
Yeah, you still gotta make it in the ring.
You gotta get in there first. So.
Yeah, honestly, like, Paulo Costa looked good. I think Bobby Nux almost lost this fight.
It was pretty close.
If there was 15 seconds
in that first round,
Paulo Costa wins.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, but I think Bobby Nux looked good in this fight overall. Yeah. He kind of, outside of that really head kick, I think he dominated the first round, and I think he won the other two.
Whitaker?
Yeah.
I mean, I think he was probably winning the first round until
the head kick.
Yeah.
And then the other two rounds, I think he just confidently they just kind of boxed for that final 2 rounds.
And Whitaker's just like one of the better boxers, so.
Yeah.
Oh, he won. Like.
Yeah. I think honestly, Whitaker either fights Strickland or Izzy, and then gets a chance at the belt. I think Dricus, and then I don't know. Dricus could defend it against any of those guys. He could also lose it to any of those guys. I'm not super confident in Dricus, but I'm also not like weary of, oh my god, he's gonna lose it.
Right.
Like, there is some champions that it's like he's gonna lose it.
Yeah.
I knew probably Sean was gonna lose it quick.
Yeah.
But who knows? He could come back with that fire in his belly and want it back.
I think Whitaker will probably fight like a Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Drickus is gonna maybe fight Izzy next.
Yeah.
Because they can set up that huge fight.
Yeah. I'm a little.
I don't think Whitaker's gonna fight Izzy just because they've already fought 2 or 3 times already.
Okay. Yeah.
And Izzy's beaten him every time, so it's like that's
Yeah.
not really a fight to make.
Yeah, I think for sure that it'll probably be Izzy versus Drickus for the belt, and then whoever wins the belt, if Drickus keeps it, Izzy wins it back. The winner of Whitaker versus Strickland, or Whitaker versus someone else, that winner will probably get the title shot against whoever.
Or there is Khamzat.
Oh yes, there is always Khamzat, always lurking in the shadows.
I mean, apparently he wanted to fight, and he was offered a fight against Leon Edwards, but then...
I think that the UFC is really trying to push him right now. I feel feel like we're definitely soon, within this year for sure, probably within the next couple months, we're gonna get announced a title shot for Khamzat.
I don't know about a title shot, but...
Maybe close.
I'll say at least like a number... He might fight like Bilal.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I don't even know who win. Probably Khamzat.
I think so.
Khamzat's just crazy.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, I would not want to get in the ring with Khamzat.
No.
Like no, I'm good.
Actually,
someone else can fight.
I'm fine.
I'll relinquish my belt. Someone else can fight Khamzat.
Seeing that Kevin Holland fight, I'm like, ugh,
dude,
never mind.
That was scary. Overall though, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Whitaker could get another
fight.
Oh yeah.
Both of them put in a good performance.
Yeah, I think Paulo Costa, he should get another maybe if to an old Robert Whitaker doesn't really help your case that much.
But Robert Whitaker is still go.
Yeah, no.
He's like Max Holloway. It's like he can beat everybody except for the chip. Well, I don't know about that now. Because of the next fight.
Oh.
New champ alert.
Volkanovski versus Ilya Topuria. That's how you say the last name?
Topuria.
Whatever.
I don't give a fuck.
Fuck you!
Volkanovski should have
won. But I think everybody kind of saw the 2 months notice for Volk to take this fight.
Yeah, something like that.
Volk usually can kind of take those shots, and he kind of looked when Ilya got in the box and started the pocket and started hitting them. You could see it was. For me, I could kind of see for Volk it was affecting him more. Than in his usual fights.
Yeah.
So Topuria wins. We got a new champ. He's exciting. The thing is, he beat Volk.
Yeah.
If he had beat anyone else, I'd probably be rooting for the guy. I still am kind of rooting for the guy. He's fun.
He's kind of cool. Like, I mean,
he's definitely trying to do that McGregor.
He kind of was giving a little bit of a McGregor vibe, but like, I still think he's alright.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really funny after he won the title when he's taking the picture with his team and they all had like the epic shades. I was like, you know what?
He's kind of chill.
He's kind of grown on me already.
Yeah.
And then it just cuts to Volkanovski just like dead in the corner. You're like, oh.
Oh. Yeah, I remember watching it. We were all talking. We had our friend Braden and we had Gabby over. We're from the last pod.
Yeah.
And we all just went,
oh. Like we were like just talking as we normally would. It was like, oh yeah, so da. Oh.
Okay. Volk's down.
Oh, he's dead. Okay.
Okay. Cool. But Topuria looks he looks exciting, to be honest. I don't know if he holds the belt for super duper long. Because there's a lot of up and coming featherweights. But I definitely think he gets 1 or 2 defenses under it. He's definitely got to work on kicking and absorbing leg kicks. Because I will say,
I mean, he kind of was.
Not really though.
Not really.
Like Volk was kind of
them.
Yeah, he was eating them. But if that fight went longer, I think Volk
his leg would have gotten chewed up.
Yeah. Because he wasn't really checking the kicks. He wasn't really dodging them.
No.
He's kind of just eating them, and he knew he could probably outbox Volk.
Oh yeah.
I
mean, Ilya's one of the better boxers in the UFC, so.
Could say he's the best right now.
One of the best I mean, I think that's fine to say it's one of the best, but how about the best because of Maximus?
I don't know, man. Volk beat Max, and Ilya beat Volk.
Not by boxing, really. So.
Overall, I'm excited. New champ. I I love to see it. Sucks for Volk, but
Yeah.
I think he takes
He should.
should take some leave of absence from the sport.
We don't know if he will, but
By the sounds of it, he doesn't want to.
probably not. No.
But then he runs the risk of getting knocked out again,
Mhm.
and then his career is officially over.
Yeah.
Because, then it's just downhill from there. We saw what happened with Tony Ferg.
Yeah.
We don't want Volk going through that.
No. Do you think that Ilya is gonna fight potentially Sugar Sean O'Malley?
Is he's above the weight class, right?
Sean's below him, yeah.
Sean's below.
So he would move up to fight Ilya.
Okay. It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sean definitely wants the double champ.
Yeah.
Here's my issue. I'm tired of it. I think the double champ should be a elite status.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of these guys getting their belt after one defense or
Mhm.
two defenses and going, I deserve a champ.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
You have to prove yourself. Prove that I am the number one best fighter in this division, and I can't, everyone I'm fighting, I'm winning against. Then you can move up.
Not to call any specific person out, but for example, Islam Makhachev, he's had 2 defenses of his belt so far.
Yep.
Alexander Volkanovski, okay, he beat a person 10 pounds lighter than you.
Yep.
And then Alexander Volkanovski again on 2 weeks' notice or
Yeah.
so. And now he's like, oh, I'm going to go fight Leon Edwards. Why?
Why?
What do you mean you're going to fight Leon Edwards?
Yeah. No.
What? Like, no, you
No.
shouldn't.
I think it's dumb. I like Islam, but yeah, just prove that you can beat everyone else in your division. Obviously not fight all the top 10 fighters.
Yeah.
But fight number 1, number 3,
Yeah.
number 2, number 5.
What Volk did.
Yeah, prove that you can do it, and then move up. And if you lose, you lose. But if you
I think the only time that you can do that is if you're a humongous name. For example, Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
He won his title against Aldo, and then he went to fight Nate Diaz twice.
Yeah.
Didn't defend his belt at all. Should he have gotten relinquished? Maybe, but I'm not going to say that. Anyways, and then he got to fight against, fight for the lightweight strap.
Yeah.
Which, I think is fine because he was the biggest name in MMA.
Yeah.
Still is.
Yeah.
Islam is not that.
No, and that's
But Sean O'Malley could be that.
Yeah.
So, I think...
We'll see what happens. I'm just kind of tired of you get your... I even saw Ilya might want to... Like you said, Ilya might want to move up or fight for a double championship. You just got the belt.
Mm-hmm.
Relax a little bit. Fight some other people.
Yeah.
Prove that you are the number 1 best featherweight. Then switch divisions.
Do you know what fight I would love to see?
What's that?
About 2 or so years ago, Ilya was beefing with this guy. I don't know if they would fight for the featherweight belt or just fight in lightweight.
Mm.
Paddy. Paddy.
Oh, I've seen a lot of that. Paddy wants him.
Paddy would get smoked.
Paddy would get smoked.
I love Paddy. He would get smoked, but it would be a fun fight.
Well, I will say, he didn't have a necessarily amazing performance against, Tony Ferguson.
It was good enough. I thought it was solid.
I know, but against a Tony Ferguson that's lost 12 straight.
This is exactly what he was saying. He was saying, if I win, it's a lose. If I lose, it's an even bigger loss because you just can't win, apparently.
No, exactly. Overall, though, it was a great card.
Oh, yeah. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we got a new champ.
Mm-hmm.
It's always exciting to get a new champ. It sucks to lose the old one, but
yeah.
It's a new turn of the guard. We're seeing guys, Izzy had his belt for a while, lost it.
Yeah.
Usman lost it.
Yeah.
He's on I think those 3 guys are I want to say 4-10 in their last.
Something tough.
Yeah. So we're kind of seeing the change of the old guard, which is kind of exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of again, Topuria. I'm excited to see him fight.
Yeah.
If I wasn't a Volkanovski fan like everyone else, I would. Be honest. Yeah.
I like him, but I'm still a little on him.
We'll see some title defenses. We'll see what he can do. Volk will probably get a rematch eventually.
Yeah.
But I think Topuria should get 1 or 2 defenses and then accept a rematch from Volk. I think Volk needs to take that extra time off for sure.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of new champs, there's also new announcements in the UFC.
We finally got it.
Dana White announced the UFC 300 main event.
And
Jamal Hill versus Alex Pereira.
Little underwhelming, Dana. Little underwhelming. Like, you hype up UFC 300.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the biggest event in UFC history.
Stacking the card. It's really good.
It's really good.
But
and
we're missing a super main event. What's it going to be?
Pereira versus Jamal Hill. Obviously, I'm not super upset. I love Pereira. I just, honestly, I've just started watching UFC, so I've never really seen Jamal Hill fight. But definitely going to watch some highlights. I'm kind of excited. I love Pereira. I love his whole vibe. But is this
main event worthy?
Is this what we want to see? It is not.
As a co-main?
It would have been dope. Yeah. Cool as a co-main. But that's what some people are theorizing. There could be another fight.
Maybe Dana's sneaking something.
Yeah, because it was a little weird the way it was announced, right? He said he would do it in the presser.
Yeah.
He didn't. He did it at like, what, 2 minutes after Topuria knocked out Volk?
He pre-recorded the video.
Yeah.
And then
posted it on Twitter. Like, it's just very weird. I'm not saying for sure this is going to happen, but we could get another fight on the card. Dana's always trying to throw little curveballs to keep it interesting. But if this is the main event, am I happy about it? Not
it's an
really.
Right fight.
Am I gonna throw a fit? No. But
low-key, I think that fight should be the co-main.
Yeah.
For the current card, I think the main event should be Holloway versus Gaethje.
Yeah, for the BMF.
I think that is a bigger fight.
Yeah. Yeah, because, like, Max Holloway, all-time fighter.
Yeah, they're both all-time, like, huge fighters.
Yeah.
Versus, Alex Pereira, he's, like, people love him.
Yeah, but he doesn't have that big of a name yet.
Yeah.
And Jamal Hill, he's been kind of out of it for a while and never really a big name in the sport.
The light heavyweight division hasn't really had a huge name since John Jones.
Yeah.
Who should be fighting on this card, but,
See, that's the thing. Like, that would have been exciting too, but he's still injured, isn't he?
I think he's healthy now, but he's, like, has to still get back into it.
I think even a better one for this card, for, like, UFC 300, maybe not John versus Stipe, maybe John versus Tom.
Or even Tom versus Stipe.
Yeah.
If John's not good to go,
make
Stipe fight for the interim title,
Yeah.
but he's gonna.
Dana wants Stipe versus.
He's gonna have one more fight in his career, so they want him to retire, win or lose. You know, if you win the belt or you lose the belt, whatever.
Yeah.
But I still think that Stipe, he hasn't fought since like 2021 when he got folded by Ngannou, and I was like, oh, okay, and then he just hasn't fought since.
Speaking of Ngannou, a little more update in the world of MMA.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming back.
Yeah.
He's got not to the UFC, to the PFL.
I saw he's fighting. I forget. He's fighting the winner of some fight. I forget who it is.
I wonder who's gonna win.
Ngannou or
some random guy.
Yeah.
But it's exciting. We could maybe taking the steps forward for Ngannou making a UFC return.
Yeah.
If he comes back, I think he beats. I think a main event that would have been awesome is John versus Francis.
Imagine Francis Ngannou versus Tom Aspinall. Crazy.
Yeah, that'd be a box out.
Yeah.
That'd be just a.
Someone's getting folded.
Yeah, someone's dying, and most likely it would be Tom.
Probably Tom, but you never know.
I don't know. It's Ngannou pretty much beat the best boxer in the world, kind of.
Best boxer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the UFC news. Like, anything else?
There's other stuff, but
we got the Brendan Moreno fight coming up.
Moreno versus Royval.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. Watch it if you want. I'll probably watch it.
Hopefully Mexico City doesn't get blown up again like last time. Hopefully the fans don't start throwing bottles at the octagon.
Let's hope. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
No promises.
No promises. Moving on.
Yeah.
A little bit kind of late to the news, but Lewis Hamilton. We talked about F1 last week, so we're kind of want to build up the F1 community.
Oh yeah.
We talked about the cars. We didn't talk about Lewis Hamilton.
Didn't talk about the drivers as much.
No, and we this season I think is going to be really
Very
exciting.
interesting. Yeah.
We still got Lewis driving for Mercedes this year.
Oh yeah.
And everyone stayed, but Lewis is moving next year.
Yeah.
And Ben was saying there could be a chain reaction.
I think it's just gonna like toss everybody up, because I'm pretty sure if my number's right, there's about 11 or 12 drivers who are up for contract this season.
Oh yeah.
One of which was Lewis, but he's going to Ferrari.
Yep.
So as of right now, I think there's just gonna be some sort of a pinball effect, because there's just so many open spots for drivers now.
Yeah.
And there's just so many people competing, people in F2.
Yeah.
Like young guys trying to get back in or whatever. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Do you have any thought as to what happens to Carlos Sainz, for example?
I don't really necessarily have like an opinion on where drivers are going to go.
Yeah.
I think it's all going to be money based and performance based.
Yeah.
So the best drivers are going to go to the best teams.
Yeah.
Probably Carlos Sainz going to what team is he on right now? He's on Ferrari.
He's the Ferrari guy. Yeah.
Probably going to Red Bull.
I can see it.
Just probably big names, good racers.
Yeah.
Teaming up with the best names.
I do think that.
But yeah, real quick. I just counted 13 drivers.
It's 13. Okay.
Are up for contract.
I'm using that range. Yeah.
So we're gonna have a lot of movement. It's gonna be exciting.
Oh yeah.
And this season is probably one of the most important in F1 history, because everybody's probably fighting for a spot.
Yeah.
If you have a bad season,
you're gone.
You're gone, bud.
It's very crazy because
unless your name is Max Verstappen.
Yeah, you're gonna have a good season. You're chilling. But it's crazy how last season there was no people it's the exact same grid as last year, and now this season everything's gonna
change. And we're gonna wait and see what happens. It's gonna be super duper exciting.
Yeah, I think maybe we'll give predictions for the season. Testing going on. It ended about a few hours ago today. So hey,
it's starting.
Testing's going on.
It's starting
next week,
ladies and gentlemen.
F1.
I was gonna do the Kevin James start your engines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's NASCAR though.
Close enough. This guy hates NASCAR. It's okay, so do I.
It's just mid.
It's the worst F1.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to anyone out there who loves NASCAR.
I'm not.
But would you rather kind of fast cars going in just a circle, or super fast cars
going
around corners? And did you see the one? Is it I want to say it's Madrid.
Okay.
Do they already have a track?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not Madrid. It's someone's proposing a new track, and it's there's a roundabout in it. So they're gonna have to literally slow down and then do the roundabout. But I've seen so many memes of just cars just flying over roundabouts. So that we got some exciting stuff in F1.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an exciting season.
I'm a big F1 fan. He's trying to get into it.
I'm doing my best to get.
He's watching Drive to Survive.
Yeah.
So
Netflix. New season's coming out.
It's coming out this week, I think.
Yeah. We even got guys like Daniel Ricciardo's contract ends. I don't even know where he's gonna go. Probably he could move up.
I don't even know though, because
he's had a weird career so far.
Yeah, I think Sergio Perez. I think he's retiring.
Probably.
I think he's dipping out.
Fernando Alonso probably gonna retire.
Maybe.
He's pretty old.
He is old, but I feel like he's just a dog.
Yeah.
He wants to keep going.
I think Kevin Magnussen on Haas, he's probably gone.
Mid.
Yeah.
Mick Schumacher better. And
really?
what the fuck? There's just so many old guys, and there's just people young ass dudes like Mick Schumacher who people don't like that much. I love Mick Schumacher.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was just that Haas car in 2020, literally the worst car in the last decade.
Yeah, you can't blame the driver sometimes. You can blame the driver to a certain extent.
His teammate Nikita Mazepin, bad.
Yeah.
He's horrible. But Mick actually did shit.
Yeah.
And then
with a horrible car.
Yeah. And then 2 seasons ago, when he was teammates with Kevin Magnussen, at the second half of the season he was outperforming him.
Yeah.
More often than not.
Mm-hmm.
Mick Schumacher was done dirty. I think he's currently actually the reserve driver for Mercedes.
Oh. Never know.
Which is interesting
Never
because they're missing a driver for next year. I don't know.
Could get bumped up.
Yeah.
We even have your boy going on contract, Pierre Gasly.
I think he stays with Alpine.
Yeah.
I think he's staying.
Yeah. I like Pierre Gasly.
Maybe a sneaky Mercedes move. I'm just saying. Imagine. Oh, I would love
Pierre,
to see.
and that's he's a good driver.
Yeah.
And not very Alpine's good, but they're like run of the mill. They're definitely not Mercedes.
Yeah, they're probably like. This isn't my prediction. I would just say they're probably 8th, 7th best team in that realm.
Yeah. And for him he always competes.
Yeah.
He always does his best, so you can't really complain
I think
about a guy
he's
like
gonna.
that.
This might be a prediction. I think he's gonna get an edge over Esteban Ocon this year. I think he's gonna be better of the two drivers at Alpine.
And the words of Joe Rogan, it's entirely possible.
It's entirely possible. Yeah.
But yeah, overall, it's gonna be an exciting season.
Oh yeah.
We definitely got guys fighting to stay in the league.
Yeah.
And guys that are just trying to prove themselves to go to a different team, get a better contract for themselves.
Yeah.
Get your shmoney up.
Yeah.
Bet on yourself, Fred VanVleet. Anything else you want to discuss about F1?
I don't think there's anything super pressing right now. I mean, there's testing going on.
Yep.
Races next week, so maybe we'll talk about that next episode.
Didn't Max win the testing?
He did win the testing. He's gonna win again.
Oh my
this
god,
year.
guys,
He's gonna win again this year. Whatever.
Yeah.
Red
Bull had the best car last year. Probably one of the best cars in history.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
And so far, I've kind of heard rumors that the car kind of so far, but let's be honest, it's Max.
The Red Bull car, when it's lacking, is maybe about a second or 5 seconds ahead of every other car still. So
it'll be fine. He'll figure it out.
Yeah. He's gonna be ahead of everybody by 100, 200 points, and then his teammate Sergio's gonna be 4th.
Yeah, and then he's probably we said, probably getting Carlos Sainz next year possibly. So that'd be a good.
Yeah, either Carlos Sainz or one of the Visa Cash App RB drivers. Whether it's Ricardo, Tsunoda, or even Liam Lawson, who was one of their drivers last year.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
It's gonna be exciting next season.
Yeah. Big things to come.
Big things. So if you're not an F1 fan, now just might be the time to get into it.
If you
have Netflix, watch the doc.
Drive to Survive is a great show.
Yeah, it basically tells you all the storylines you basically want to know.
Yeah.
If you're just getting into the sport, which for me, it was awesome. I learned all over.
It's great to watch it now because the new season's coming out sometime in the next week.
I think it's within the next week.
I think it's this week, but
I always log on Netflix and it always says coming soon.
Yeah.
So we'll have to just wait and see.
Yeah.
It'll be an exciting doc. I mean, other than probably Max winning again. Let's be honest.
They probably won't even show him that much in it because
yeah. What do you show? He's got no drama.
Oh,
he doesn't hate the team.
He's a mile ahead of everyone. Okay.
Yeah, it'll probably be more like they show a lot of Haas because they always
Alpine,
have drama. Yeah,
they had drama. Just teams like that.
Yeah. Moving on. Yeah. Okay, moving on. We're gonna talk about a little bit of hometown love here. Not hometown. We're not from the area, but
we're basically from
Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
The Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
We had big Auston Matthews. Now I know everybody talked about the Leafs.
Yeah.
But we're big Leafs fans.
I'm a big Poppy boy.
Yeah. 51 goals in 54 games.
Absolutely wild.
He is just scoring at will.
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't know which analyst it was at the beginning of the season. It was on Sportsnet. But they said, he's scoring in bunches.
Yeah.
He's going to figure out how to score consistently. Yeah. And he's done just exactly that.
Once he figured, and then in the third game of the season, he scored 5 goals.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's been outstanding. He has 9 goals in the last 4 games.
Yep.
And somehow Bobby McMahon is keeping up with him.
Yeah.
But we're gonna kind of avoid that for a sec.
That guy's he's good, but he's not Poppy.
We're gonna give the love to Poppy.
Yeah.
Do you think he gets 70? He's on pace right now for 76.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, is it? I think it's 75.4.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's he's but still 75 goals in a 82 game season.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I mean, he'll be 5th on the all-time scoring list.
Yeah.
But the guys ahead of him are like not
fucking-
even close in the decades.
They're like before. They're before Glensky.
No, Gretzky is number 1 actually.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like the other guys.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
There's like guys from like the '60s.
Yeah,
and shit.
that are
like,
just when goalies were mailmen.
literal fucking pylons.
Yeah.
Like.
No hate, but you know, the league's a lot more advanced now.
Matthews
and I
is
think
better,
this
essentially.
Yeah, he's gonna be probably go down as one of the greatest Leafs, or the greatest Leaf of all time.
I already think he's up there.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely like
Top 20.
top 10, top 20 for sure. And the Leafs overall as a team won 6 of their last 7, which, let's be honest here, everyone was kind of nervous.
Absolutely.
Morgan Riley,
Yeah.
they were kind of on the downhill slump there for a bit.
I'm very shocked, honestly.
Yeah,
Like
losing Morgan
5
Riley for
game
5
suspension,
games, which
and
we're gonna talk about it.
yeah, but losing Riley for 5 games and just somehow getting better.
Yeah,
Like it's absolutely crazy because we at the time of like when he got suspended, we were a wild card team,
yeah,
and now we're just in the division for the playoffs.
yeah, and
we're 5 points ahead of Tampa.
Yeah.
And a game back.
yeah.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Well, what happened?
What happened?
And to even to beat the teams we're beating, like
Mm-hmm.
St. Louis twice, they're a good team. They're not amazing, but to not have our best defender and our goaltending kind of weak.
And St. Louis took one of our better players from last year, ROR.
Oh.
Or no, Riley.
No, he was on the. I think he's on. Is he on the Golden Knights? I want to say he's.
No. Where is Ryan O'Reilly? Anybody
fine.
want to update us? No?
Guys.
No?
We
Okay.
really appreciate it.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
I'm tripping. Nashville. That's what it
The
is.
Preds?
Yeah. I remember it was like a yellow jersey. I was close.
I mean, I think St. Louis is still solid. I don't
Yeah.
really watch the games much, but...
Yeah, I mean, and then beating Philly 4-3. Philly's a good team.
They're just like one of the better teams in the league
Yeah.
this year.
So 4-3 in overtime now. I mean, Leafs pushing it to overtime.
Yeah.
Classic. And then the big game, beating Anaheim 9-2. I think this was the statement.
Insane.
This was the, hey, we're here to play. Don't fuck with us.
It was such a good match that we just turned it off midway through because we were watching UFC at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
We're up by 5 goals.
Yeah.
Okay, might as well just put the UFC on.
We're good. We're good. And then beating St. Louis, and then last night when he broke the record, 6-3 against Arizona.
Yeah.
Not one of the best teams, but we got a harder stretch coming up with Vegas and Colorado. A little bit tough, but hey, if we
could beat Vegas.
and we get Morgan Riley back.
I think it's this game.
It is this game. It's tonight, 10 p.m. in Vegas. Morgan Riley should be back.
I don't know if he'll be.
We'll see. I don't know if
Yeah.
he took the trip. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know if he was training on his suspension. I don't know.
because this will be this is like the West Coast trip because
Mhm.
they're hitting Arizona, Colorado, Vegas. So we'll see if he comes back. I'm not up to date.
It's looking decent for the boys right now, though.
Yeah. We just want a cup.
Second round exit, boys.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's get out of the first round again.
Woo!
Back-to-back first round wins.
And maybe we can get into the second round. Leafs have never won 2 rounds in a
Yeah.
We'll get it. We'll get there, guys.
Someday.
But pretty exciting stuff all around for the boys.
Yeah.
Poppy looking amazing.
Oh my god.
Probably gonna win the MVP. I can't think of the name right now.
Will he get it? Are we thinking he's gonna get it?
I mean, here's the thing. I know I'm a little bit of a
biased.
Maybe a little bit biased due to Leafs Nation, but man, this team. We got some Leaf stuff. This is Leafs too. Pat's garage.
Over there, yeah.
There's more stuff here. Yeah. I think he does. I think he kind of deserves it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the same amount of points as a McDavid or Draisaitl, but overall, this team without Auston Matthews would probably be
not a great team. Not a playoff team, that's for sure.
Because you think about the 9-2 win, he had a hat trick that game. So what happens if he doesn't get that? It's still 6-2.
6-2.
But those 3 goals are important, right? They
But
get the
also,
team going. And
I was gonna say, but also he has like an impact where people have to like play on him.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Getting other people open.
Yeah, it's the same thing in like the NFL with the number 1 receiver. Your number 2 might do better because the focus is on Devontae Adams. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Overall, boys are hot. Boys are hot. Let's hope we can go into Vegas tonight, 10 o'clock.
Boys are hot. Anyways, we'll go past that.
Never mind. Hopefully we can go to Vegas tonight, get a big dub at 10.
Yeah.
Another late game, but I might watch it.
Yeah.
Might do some browsing.
Yeah.
It's always exciting to watch the boys.
We'll see what happens.
Not boys. The boys. The boys in blue.
The boys.
Yeah, I mean...
You got the Bieber effect, though.
Who?
Poppy.
Yeah.
He got the Bieber effect.
Yeah.
He got the Bieber fever.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically it for We're Talking this week. I honestly, I gotta go shit, man. I've been holding it in. Little TMI for you guys out there watching.
Yeah.
It's not been a good day for me.
Jacob's had a rough day.
It was our friend's birthday last night.
Yeah.
Braden, he will be on the pod eventually. Shouts out to Braden. He will be on the pod eventually. You'll meet him. It was his birthday yesterday. Maybe went out and got a couple drinks.
Little pub thing.
And then I also may not have ordered McDonald's at 12 o'clock. It's not been sitting well.
No.
I almost canceled today.
Yeah.
Because of it. But
almost had to postpone. But don't worry, guys. I convinced him to pull through.
Yeah.
For our fans.
Yeah.
For all of our fans.
Shouts out to you.
Yeah.
This one's for you. But we're gonna wrap it up because I can feel it starting. It's starting to build.
Yeah.
It's starting to. It's turtling right now.
I came over about an hour and a half ago, and once I walked in, you're like, I knew it was a rough one for him.
But overall, thanks for watching.
Yep. Thank you everybody for watching episode 4.
Watching from where?
Oh, anywhere.
Wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
You know, like whether you're in this house,
behind us,
whether you're in our city,
you're in.
Hey, if you're from, I don't know, like Louisiana, like America, hey,
shouts out.
We shout out all of you.
Yeah. What was it Louisiana?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have one listener, one viewer.
Hey, if you're listening to again this week, thank you, Matt.
Thank
you.
Spread the word.
Appreciate you. Hey,
spread the word.
Yeah.
Get it popping in the States.
Yeah.
We love you up here from your buddies up north.
Yeah.
Overall, again, thanks for watching, guys. Wherever you are, we appreciate you.
This has been
We're Talking.